Look who's here. This is Father Johnathan Morris. Why did you do that?
Well, first of all, why would I go to the convention? I'm not going to in any way, even indirectly, endorse any candidate or party, but rather to converse with the American people through this network about the issues that have made America what it is, an unbelievable experiment that I think is in danger of being damaged or even lost. But why am I not going, why did I not go yesterday? I'm going to be going on Tuesday, to stay and to be with the police who in my neighborhood in the Bronx are under tremendous tension right now. Just before coming here, I saw the police pull up in front of my church, and two young kids, under their breath, enough for me to hear them though, said, "Black Lives Matter." Just like that as they pulled up. Black Lives Matter. This is what people are thinking. This is in the South Bronx, just below Southern Boulevard in the Bronx, and it's not easy for the police.
This is where your parish is now.
Yes.
You run a parish in the Bronx, an impoverished neighborhood, where racial tension is running high.
Yes.
And you witnessed this firsthand. You ever seen anything like this before? Because I haven't.
I've never lived in this type of neighborhood, some of which is very good, but there's also some very dangerous parts of it. The poorest congressional district in the United States of America, in fact.
That's where your parish is?
It's part of the South Bronx, the congressional district. And you know, so at 3:10 today, I'm going to be there with the police officers as they're changing shifts, and we'll pray together. They're under a lot of tension and a lot of pressure, and they need support. They need to know that without them, our country would fall apart.
What's the response? And I don't know whether you've ever done this, but when you actually meet these young black kids who feel like that towards the police, if you say something to them, what's their response to you as a religious man?
Yeah, you have to be careful. You have to, I wouldn't do it unless I know them, because quite honestly, you don't know what will happen. You don't know where they're at.
Is that dangerous?
Yes, you don't know what they have on them. But the people that I'm working with, I think, recognize that we do have to respect the police, while at the same time we have to hold police accountable to make sure that there's justice for all.
Okay, now I want your take on something horrific that happened very recently. A Pakistani model, she's basically an internet star. She was strangled by her own brother. This is being called a so-called honor killing. Now that to me is unbelievable. It's outrageous. It's horrific. What's your take on this? I mean, you know, in a world of depravity, this seems to take it one notch further.
Well, you know, it's when something gets completely turned upside down and stands on its head that we say, wow, that's crazy. What do I mean by that? Well, in honor killing, this is the exact opposite of honor. To dishonor your family, to kill your family. But it's the exact same philosophy, or I'd say ideology, that we saw in Nice, France. You know, a lot of people are saying, hey, that's senseless violence. That was not senseless violence, and this is not a senseless act. Why do I say that? Because there's sense to it within the jihadi ideology. And we cannot suggest, oh gosh, this is just a senseless tragedy. No one can make, you know, any sense of it. Yes, we can make sense of it.
Is it part of Islam?
This is radical jihadi extremism. And certainly they call themselves Muslim. This is a part of Islam, no doubt, that has taken to this radical extremist ideology. We have to recognize, and it's important for us to say it over and over again, there are many, many, many millions of peaceful Muslims, and we need to support them in their peace. We also have to call it by what it is, and that is radical extremist jihadi, and they're doing it in the name of God.
That young woman on your screens just a moment ago, that young woman in pink, she was strangled by her brother because she'd appeared in a video like that. And that is what divides Islam and Judeo-Christians. In the extreme, that's what's divided.
It's respecting people even with whom you disagree.
Yes.
Whether she should be making this video.
It's extraordinary.
Okay? But
horrific.
We have to respect people with whom we disagree. And certainly never create violence because we disagree with them.
All right, Father Johnathan Morris, thank you very much for joining us.
Okay.
So we do appreciate it,
thank you.
as always. Now